Good evening, everyone. So, today in these sessions or tutorial, you will learn a very interesting topic that is called RODC, Read Only Domain Controllers. So, let's have some previous classes that we have done. What exactly the function of domain controllers? Domain controllers provide authentications, authorizations, network security, centralized administrative control. So domain controller by default, it's a read-only domain, writable domain controller. That means the domain admin can log in, can manage, and everything is smooth. But then what is RODC, read-only domain controllers? Read-only domain controller means there is no options to modify. Now my question, why we need a RODC? Why we need a RODC, right? So basically, read-only domain controller is a special type of domain controller introduced in Windows Server 2008 that contain read-only copy of Active Directory database. So as you know, Active Directory database is called entities.dat, but in read-only domain controller, the database is read-only. Unlike writable domain controller, an RODC can authenticate user, can service logon request, cannot make changes to Active Directory, receive replication from writable DC only, does not replicate changes back to the DCs. Clear? The core concept of RODC, to understand why RODCs are unique, you need to look their key architectural pillar. So read-only Active Directory database, traditional domain controller use multi-master replication. Changes made on one DC replicate all other DC. But an RODC hold a one-way read-only copy of the entities.bat database. Object and attribute cannot be modified directly on RODC. Applications or administrator attempting to make changes are automatically redirected to the writable DC. Next is credential caching policy. Okay, it's called PRP. It is a common interview questions. What is credential caching policy? By default, RODC do not store user or computer password. If a branch office user logs in, the RODC forward the authentication request to writable domain controller over the WAN. To prevent authentication failure, if the WAN link goes down, you use password replication policy, PRP, to allow specific accounts to cache their password locally. So generally, you know, in access control, there is an allowed list or there is a denied list. In allowed list typically contains standard branch office users and computers. In denied list, by default contain high risk account, domain admin, enterprise admin, schema admin, and enterprise domain controllers never cache these password on RODC. Read only DNS, RODNS, read RODC run a read-only versions of domain naming systems. The RODC cannot register. So RODC can register its own host record, but it cannot register client record directly. When a local client updates its DNS record, the RODC refer the client to writable DNS server. Clear? Is that clear? Now my question, why we need RODC? Why is the requirement of RODC? RODC mainly used in branch office where you have less security. Less security means like you are a company or you are a financial company or organizations, you have a branch in African countries. And as you know, the African countries are basically a cheater type mentality. Okay, so company, the branch of head office in USA and the branch office in Nigeria, Okay, they do not rely to their employee. Anything they can be fraud or make a cheat. That's why they are not install any domain controller to that branch. So first of all, if they are not installing a domain controller to their branch, how come their user will be authenticate? Will be authenticate using RODC. So in RODC, until and unless we delegate any users or group, they can't even log in, they cannot do anything. Using delegation based authentication, only the people can log in only, but he cannot make any changes either in DNS or any database. Okay, so suppose your company has head office in UK and branch office in um, Nigeria. So has poor physical, also the branch office has poor physical security, no dedicated IT team, slow and link. Installing a writable DC there is a risky because if the server is stolen, the entire AD database can be compromised. So RODC solve this problem. Real-time scenario without RODC, head office can run, but user authentication through WAN, slow login. But with RODC, branch office login faster. The RODC features is read-only Active Directory database. User cannot modify user object, groups, GPOs, password, all those stuffs. Not even credential caching. RODC can store selected user password locally. Okay, allowing caching for branch office, branch users, branch computer. Do not cache domain admin, enterprise admin. And password replication policy. Control whole password can be cached group. So allowed RODC replication groups, its password can be stored in RODC. Okay. So what exactly the prerequisites in order to build the RODC? Before you install RODC, forest function level minimum 2003 and recommended Windows Server 2016, 2019, 2022. Okay. Existing writable DC, at least one writable DC must exist. Then only you can go for RODC. So first, that's only what I need to do. I will first install my first primary domain controllers. Then I will promote for RODC. Is that clear? Concept clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Now, many interview questions can come here. Interview may ask you questions. Um, did you heard about RODC? You say yes. What is the function? You say read-only domain controller. What is the purpose of it? So purpose basically whenever you have a branch office, poor network connectivity, less secure area, where the chances can domain controller might be stolen, okay, or the security is quite not good, not up to the mark. There you are suspecting that someone can steal your Active Directory domain controller. If they stole, database can be compromised. Exactly that places you can manage authentication by installing RODC. Why? Because RODC, the Active Directory database, is on read-only mode. User can't even change anything on database, neither group policy, neither DNS. Only authentications. And it is using password replication process through which it will forward the password replication to other writable DC, but not cached any high privilege domain admin, enterprise admin credential. Is that clear? Is that clear? Then question, who can log in RODC? Domain admin can log in, enterprise admin can log in. So when they log in, it is become like a writable. They can do anything. But other than them, if someone users are delegated login, they only open AD and read. He can't do changes anything. So this all about our today practicals, just to let you know about these features in AD. Is that clear, everyone? Is that clear, everyone?
Clear, sir.
Great, great. Okay, Mr. Rapu, is that clear? I think.
Clear, sir. Clear, clear, sir.
Great, great. So first, this is my primary domain controllers. I will install the ADDS role and promote domain controllers. First is you have to give the IP address, which is mandatory for communications. And DNS must be static. Change your DC name DC01. After that, install ADDS role. First, I'm creating add a new forest.
सर एक क्वेश्चन है। हेलो
Yes, please.
सर, एक्चुअली हमारी कंपनी में एक्चुअली एक ऑडिट होने वाला है, और तो सर एक्टिव डायरेक्टरी में कौन सा पॉलिसी है, कौन सा एक्चुअली डॉक्यूमेंट होगी ऑडिट में एक्चुअली कंप्लायंस या ऑडिट पास हो जाए।
In audit, basically they check the audit security logs. You have to enable the security logs, either any audit tools or you have to enable the Bhargav's logs in Active Directory. Through audit, they will check what is your password policies, who was there in high privilege groups, what is the reason behind it. All these users are domain admin users are the part of protected groups or not. Okay, unattended access. These all are these things they will check using the logs. Clear? Okay, so
ओके सर।
guys, here before we continue here, so Snehashish, so long you are learning here, and Deepshik also you are learning here. So can you please share some feedback to Rapu, how this course is help you? Uh, how I mean how this is easy to understand? What exactly things it's help you to crack interviews? I mean, I would request Deepshika can please share some feedback.
I want to say one thing.
Yeah, please.
Currently, I am a college student, and our teachers are also telling us that do that, do that, do that. What if they are telling that just do it, but they don't give us proper guidance. But here I am getting the proper guidance. What I have to do, what will happen after doing that. I am getting the proper guidance here because everybody is giving me the dialogues only. But I am getting the proper dialogue, proper guidance only here.
Thank you so much. So we are creating one users. And we will first give them high privilege access, domain admin. Done. Now you need to join this machine to the domains. Before join into it, stop your firewall. And make sure in your network domain name is showing advertise or not. Still it is knowing. Right click disable, make it enable. Yes, now it see your domain name is advertising. That is required, else you will not be able to join the machine to the domain. Clear? So in this machines, we'll give the IP address, join the machine to the domain. After that, we install the RDS features and then promote. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Stop your firewall. Have to see the send receive is going on. Now let's try to ping 10.10.10, which is your domain controller IP address. Then try to ping your domain. That is very important. Now only you will be able to join smoothly the machine to the domain. Great. Now what we can do now, in Active Directory we'll create one groups. Let's say this is for BORO underscore admin. Branch office read only admin. Okay. And create few users. Okay, so let's do one thing, add roles and features. So here we will first select that options, then click on next. Here we will select read-only domain controllers. We'll give the DSNM password. Exactly. Accounts that are allowed to replicate password to RODC. Okay, allowed RODC password replication group. Account that are denied from replicating password to the RODC. These are the high privilege group. Got it? Here you can add one more, that is BO underscore RO. Just a minute. Here you can see one delegation there. Na? Here you need to add BO underscore RO. Only that groups is delegated to permit. For next, 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 and install. Okay, now fine. That RODC I am trying to log in with Snehashish using admin 1. Yes, you will not be able to log in. So let's add that user into Snehashish admin 1. Domain admin can log in. Domain admin even Snehashish. Even for domain admin, it is a basically writable DC. But for non-domain admin, if it's not the part of delegated group, he will not be able to log in. Simple. After the successfully login by admin 1 Snehashish, what he can do? He just open dsa.msc and enjoy it. That's it. He cannot change anything. Let's open. If he trying to create a new OU, na, let's say something. What is saying? Windows cannot create the object ADSS because access denied. He can't do anything. Not only that, if you open dnsmgmt.msc, you can't modify any zone, any data, neither any delete, nothing. All are gray for him. Also, if you try to open gpmc.msc, you can't create any policies. Access denied. This is we called read-only domain controller. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
What makes the difference? At the time of promotions, you are selecting the option read-only domain controller. Give them delegated permissions. The groups, if the user of that path, the particular that group, he can log in. That's it. What is the purpose you are using RODC in the less secure site? Just to authenticate users and password replication. Nothing other than this. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Any questions? Any questions? So please practical this and let me know if you have any doubt. Clear?